Let's do this thing early. You schedule something, you better show up early if you're on it like me. Just kidding. So yeah, what's up, everybody? Let's talk about this thing. I'm going to talk about Jake Paul's situation. I put some thought to it, and I have certainly an argument that Jake Paul could use to try to protect himself in this lawsuit. I don't know if it'll work, but I want to talk about that. And then I'm going to talk about this thing with Floyd Mayweather, because now he's Jake Paul's going after Floyd Mayweather. And I remembered something about that situation that is hilarious. And then I have an amazing idea. You know, who knows if they'll do it, but I have a really good idea about Jake Paul and Mayweather and how they can make a lot of money together, and then potentially squash two birds with one stone. Because if you guys don't recall, Mayweather and a Paul brother already fought, and the Paul brother never got paid. So, you know, there are some things there, some backstory to work with. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy to actually think about that Floyd just straight up stiffed Logan Paul in public. It's hilarious. As far as I know, Logan still never got paid. I mean, he was suing him. You know, you guys, Andrew Tate's on. He is. You want to know how you know it's not Andrew Tate? Because he's banned, son. He's banned, dog. But yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. So let's start with let's start with that idea. Yeah. Let's talk about Mayweather and Jake Paul first, and then I'll talk about Jake's lawsuit. So, yeah, as far as I understand it, at least last time I heard Logan talk about it, he hadn't gotten paid. That he was owed like 30 million or something like that, and he never got paid. So if you would think that if you know, Mayweather paid, that would have gotten some press, but I don't know, you know, but nonetheless, Jake Paul now is saying that Floyd Mayweather is ruining his legacy by fighting these fights that he's fighting, right? Like, so, you know, he went to Japan, fought, got paid 20 mil for this fight last weekend. And then, and then now he's booked to fight Raju or whatever. I can't even remember. Floyd Mayweather's fighting, hang on. I can't remember. Some other YouTuber. Where is it? I can't remember. I'm sure one of you guys will remember. It was some dude I had never, Deji or whatever. I had never heard of him. So that's booked. And then Jake Paul is like, you're literally ruining your legacy by taking these fights. Now, I think that's hilarious. Like, I think that's, first of all, you have to take anything Jake Paul says with a grain of salt, because he's brilliant at getting press. And so, honestly, you could consider this example as like a masterclass in getting publicity. It's like Jake Paul, if someone has something to say about like, how do you get headlines? If you're in the position that Jake Paul is in, all you have to do is make a public statement about any trending topic and they will quote you and promote it, you know? So like, you know, Floyd Mayweather just fought this dude. All he has to do is just say something controversial. He's like, you're literally ruining your legacy. Now, let me tell you a dirty secret that I can promise you is the truth of this situation. Do you really think that Jake thinks that Floyd Mayweather is ruining his legacy by taking $20 million to go box a dude who has no professional fights? Of course not. Jake is looking at him like I am, which is like, I am so enamored with Floyd Mayweather's ability to earn money as a retired boxer. It's unbelievable, dude. I mean, this bottom line, like, this, if you're not looking at Floyd and going, Jesus, he's the greatest of all time, dude. When it comes to the fight game, like when it comes to the fight game, and I wouldn't have said that when he retired. I mean, he made a lot of money, but I wouldn't have said that. the fact that he has made this much money between his 40th and 45th birthday after retiring from professional boxing is absolutely bananas, dude. It's bananas. So I guarantee that's Jake. Well, Jake's actually, if you talk to him about money, he would be like, yeah, he's got about 20 million too much that he owes my fucking brother. But bottom line is there's a story there, right? Like there's a story there, and I think they should fight for that money, you know? Like I think Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather should fight for that money. I think they should do a bout, and it's like if Jake gets 20 million, if he wins though, he gets 40. And that's them paying for his brother also. And if he loses, I don't know, like make the money that he owes Logan contingent on Jake Paul winning. So that basically like, he's like, you want that money? Come get it, dude. Come get that money, Jake. So they drop the lawsuit, right? They drop the lawsuit. Jake Paul fights Mayweather. They hold all the money in escrow, right? Shit, maybe do it for all the money. Be like, how about this? We'll drop the lawsuit and Jake fights you. And if Jake wins, he keeps your purse too. He keeps your fucking purse. Maybe he would do that, I'm talking boxing. But in the case that there was that much money on the line, I think you'd have to have some pretty legit judges. And I don't think Jake is in the business of trusting boxing judges right now. But he might need that money though. He might need that money because of the defamation lawsuit. So real quick, just to quickly recap, because I'm going to switch gears into that now. So just to recap, what is going on with Jake, right? Is Jake made a comment about a specific judge, last name Feldman, I think it's Glenn Feldman, and a string of poor decisions that he had made. And he directly said, he's like, this guy is clearly taking money from Matchroom Boxing, which is Eddie Hearn's company. And Eddie Hearn sued him for $100 million. And I did a video yesterday saying like, he's in trouble, man. Like he is in trouble right there, because, hang on, I just have to respond to this. This is genius. Mayweather won't fight that clown Jake. Gosh, let me think. What's a recent fight that Floyd Mayweather had that might be relevant to that topic? Oh, that's right. He already fought his brother. So I think he would probably fight Jake. Anyway, so yeah, so the bottom line, like I said yesterday in the video, was that because Jake was so unambiguous and just unambiguous and just directly said, this guy's taking money from Matchroom Boxing. I said, I'm like, he's got him dead to rights on defamation right there. Because not only did he make a direct accusation, but that accusation very clearly will have a very negative effect on anything Eddie Hearn does. He has one of the biggest platforms in the world. You just said you can't trust, like they're rigged. Like you just said that. Like you didn't say, I feel like maybe, or you didn't say I'm suspicious. You said they're rigged, clearly they're rigged. Now, so that being said, right? Now, full disclosure, the way that I thought about this actually was I actually wrote Chael a message because I'm curious, he knows this kind of shit. Like he knows court proceedings and legalese and all that stuff. So I hit him up and I was kind of like, what do you think? Like, do you think there's any wiggle room here for Jake? And sometimes like, just because, I'm like sending a message like that. And then I start thinking and I was typing it. As I typed it, I was like, you know what? I actually do have a way that I think Jake can at least argue that he didn't directly defame Eddie Hearn or Matchroom. So here's and bottom line is you have two ways out. One, you could prove that the guy took the money. Good luck. Even if he did, good luck. Because I can go ahead and I could play this part out for you guys. If let's say that he did, and I am definitely not saying that he did, But let's say that he did in a hypothetical situation, right? Okay, so Eddie Hearn knows that that would potentially open them up to discovery, right? To where they might be able to look into this guy's finances, whatever. Because if it turns out that they really did pay him, then obviously Jake is not only completely off the hook for defamation, but that'll get exposed and it'll nuke his business, right? Which means that if there was any chance at all that he had bribed him in a way that was going to be traceable, he's not going to file the suit. And so just by him filing the suit, you already know that's not going to happen. Like, that's just not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And there are a lot of ways you can pay people money where it is fundamentally, essentially impossible for anyone to get caught if both parties, are smart. And I don't believe me, I don't know this from experience or anything. I just know that if you hand someone a bag of cash and then they take the cash and they don't deposit it in a bank, that is not a traceable thing. You know what I mean? It's just common sense. And I've heard, and I'm telling you, I genuinely actually do not know this for sure, but I've heard that you can send people crypto to I know my crypto account, my Coinbase. I have a Coinbase, Robin. I think I have a little bit of either way. All three of the places where I have any crypto, I know for sure are connected to my bank, and so there's no untraceable crypto in my world. But I'm pretty sure that there are untraceable crypto wallets where people can just send money, and it's legitimately, actually untraceable. In which case, they're not going to be able to find it. So that is out, right? So literally the only way that Jake is going to be able to argue that he didn't, defame the company is going to be if he argues that he was making a speculative statement. Because like I said, if I was look, I'm suspicious, I'm suspicious that blah, 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 that's not a direct defamatory statement. I would love to ask Eddie Hearn about la, la, la. That's not defamatory. So the only way that Jake would be able to argue this as a speculative statement, which I actually, when I really looked at it and really read it close, I was like, you could argue this as this is being speculative, because what he said was he basically, actually, let me pull that statement up. Let me actually pull up Jake Paul's, all right, let me see exactly what he said. Yeah, see, dude, I had not even read this, but they are saying literally exactly what I've been saying. Hang on. Let me pull this up. All right. So, all right. So, where did that go? Here we go. So here you go. Both legally and ethically, there is a clear line separating opinion from defamatory lies. Jake Paul knows that. He purposely crossed that line when he wrongfully accused Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn of fixing fights. It's exactly what I said. That is exactly what I said. And then nonetheless, he was still given opportunity to retract his defamatory statements, and he refused to. Now he will face legal consequences of his actions, as Matchroom and Mr. Hearn will be seeking damages in, excess of $100 million, given the value and goodwill attached to Matchroom business and the harmful nature of Mr. Paul's comments. Dude, I mean, I love Jake Paul, man. I've never said anything negative about that guy. I think he's a brilliant marketer. I think what he's doing is incredible. The guy's on Nickelodeon, and then now he's doing what he's doing as an athlete. It's incredible. I just think in this case, I think he's still young, dude. let me see. Hang on. Jake Paul age. 25, man. 25. Like, he's a kid, dude. He's smart. Just because someone's smart doesn't mean they're experienced. You know, he's got a lot of money. That doesn't mean he's experienced. The way he's made his money is not in an arena where you would necessarily have to understand the ins and outs of how you expose yourself to litigation, you know? And yeah, I mean, he just made a mistake. So let's see. He said, hang on. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is his entire statement. So he says, I still think Amanda Serrano won the fight. And then you see how this judge, Glenn Feldman, who had the biggest gap between Taylor and Serrano. Everybody pretty much had it a draw or that Amanda won. But there's this judge, Glenn Feldman, who scored it such a big gap for Taylor, gave rounds that Amanda clearly won to Taylor. Then this judge, Glenn Feldman, shows up in Saudi and scores Anthony Joshua to win against Usyk. Everyone who watched the fight knows it's not a split decision. Usyk had a runaway victory, clearly won the fight. This judge, Glenn Feldman, gives it to Anthony Joshua like it's a repeated crime here. This type of shit, I'm going to call it out here in boxing because it's bullshit. Clearly, this guy is getting paid money by Matchroom Boxing. So, yeah, like I said, this is the part of his statement that exposed him to this lawsuit. But here's the thing. If I read that entire statement, you certainly have a way that you could argue that he's speculating. You know, he structured that last sentence poorly. Oh shit, he said more. I didn't even realize this. Hang on. I've never actually read this. Oh man. Okay. So it's a bold statement and an accusation that I don't take lightly. Oh fuck, man. But it's just blatantly obvious. They're not even trying to hide it. You'd think they get a different judge that fucked up the scoring from Taylor Serrano. You'd think they get a different judge to bring it to Saudi Arabia, especially since he's from the US. Why all of a sudden does he appear in Saudi? You'd think they'd get a different judge to try to hide the corruption that they're bringing to this sport, but it's so blatantly obvious. I mean, look, bottom line. It's as simple as this. He has to argue that he's speculating. I mean, that's it. There's no, like, that's it. His argument is, I was not making a statement of fact. I was speculating. I used colorful language. I was emotional. But anyone who read that will know that I'm not stating that this is something that I know for sure. I'm speculating. People are allowed to speculate. It's not a direct accusation. All of the supporting language that I gave was that of a suspicious conspiracy theorist. I am not making a statement of fact. He's probably fucked. I mean, I do remember, check Guru's community post. Dan Hardy answered back. Oh man. Okay, hang on. I will. Hang on. Actually, here. Let's all do it. Let's all do it together because that's really funny. I don't even know how to go to people's community shit. I'm sorry, mate. It's gone. On my conscience, I can't compound your psychological state any further. Mark has invited you to do his refereeing and judging course in October for free. If you're keen, though, he 100% should do that, by the way. Let me know and I'll arrange it for you. It's really informative and will help you have a better understanding about some of your misconceptions. I think you are okay, my friend. Reach out to someone before doing something to hurt yourself or someone else. Yes, of course, calling out the fact that Goddard disallowed Covington a break for the eye poke in the championship fight must make me a suicidal or psycho. Come on, Daniel. I'm a big boy. Let me see the video. I need a good Monday morning chuckle. And the course sounds fun, but I'd rather not waste the UFC 280 build learning that an eye poke fighter needs a break and that back of the head shots are illegal. Why not repost the video of your arguments against my points? It was so correct and informative and not in any way two grown embarrassments crying over a 10-minute video for an hour and a half. You're still the best analyst in the game, though, except your failure to analyze the comedy that is Julian Payne is striking. Oh, man. So, spoiler. This is something I can say with just absolute bulletproof certainty. Those back and forths could be Dan Hardy says 1,000 things that are all 100% correct, and MMA Guru says back banana monkey splash down pie face, and the MMA Guru wins. Like there's no MMA Guru can't lose here. Like you can't lose. Like if he got Dan Hardy to respond to him like that, he already won. You know? Like it's just that simple. He already won. I think Dan Hardy's fucking awesome. I think I literally just I always feel like I need to tell the truth or be all look, see, but I do have I literally just said this yesterday. I'm going to screenshot this and then I'm going to go like this just so I don't look like I'm This is from yesterday. So I agree. I think Dan Hardy does the best fight breakdowns out of everybody. But yeah. So I don't again, I haven't watched any of it. I haven't seen Guru's thing. I haven't seen their response. I haven't seen any of it. But I mean, I do remember the eye poke. I can't place it. I can't place the eye poke, but I remember Colby, doing this and then not getting a break. But yeah, I mean, back of the head strikes too. I don't know. Yeah, again, I'm I can't comment on it because I don't remember. Maybe I'll actually shit. It's a good excuse to watch the fight. Are you guys talking about the first or second fight? You talking first? He's talking first or second fight? But yeah, Dan's dude and Hardy's cool, and like I said, man, you got to understand. The first one, okay, I'll check it out again. But you got to understand, these guys are friends, dude. They're legitimate. They're friends, they're not just Goddard and Dan Hardy are friends, probably really good friends. So they're I would look up the eye poke and share it with you guys, but this thing will get demonetized. Hang on. Just look up the eye poke. Okay, hang on. I'll look it up real quick. Colby Kamaru. Oops. Wait. Are you talking about the fake eye poke? No, I'm going to. Are you talking his hold on. Wait, so are you talking about Kamaru getting eye poked and Goddard split him up? Or you, oh, okay, okay. All right, hang on. I mean, okay, so let me just make sure I understand. So you're saying that what Guru said is that Goddard was favoring Kamaru, and one of the things was because when Kamaru, I guess did the left eye that he like kept Colby off, right? Oh, when Colby got eye poked and Goddard shrugged it off. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm watching the Kamaru fake one. I mean, okay, look. So like in fairness though, in the Kamaru faked it one, like in slow motion, it looks like he faked it, but it's very, very clear that from the angle that Goddard had, I'm just talking about this one thing. I'm just talking about the one. Is wait, someone just text messaged me something about Mark Goddard right now. Oh no, he's showing Tom Hardy strangling somebody in his jiu-jitsu tournament. Anyway, but talking about, all right, I'll watch Guru's video. I'll watch it. Hang on. Let me see. Actually, let me just see if I can find it here. I mean, I'll watch it. I have to go to jiu-jitsu in a second anyway. I'll watch it on the way. Oh, bias exposed. Are we talking? This is from 6 months ago. That one? Is this what you're talking about? That one? Oh no, his win exposed. Or did Kamaru Usman illegally finish Colby Covington? Is that the one? You got somebody put the link to the one that you're talking about in the chat, and then I'll watch that on my way to Jits in a second here. Well, dude, I can't watch all of them, yo. Damn, he's done a lot of these. Hold up. Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch whatever. Yeah, like one of you guys that knows which one it is, watch it and then and send it to me. Look it, dude. I love Colby, but he did not win. He did not win. I mean, he's the toughest bastard in the world. But he didn't even argue the second fight, you know. But I will say this. If I am UFC matchmaker, I would, man, I might go Leon versus Colby. Like that's because seriously, if Colby wins, if Colby wins that fight, it sets up. Oh, I guess Kamaru's going to get the next shot. Because, like, I'm just saying if they're not going to do an immediate Kamaru versus Leon, you know, I don't know. I mean, both fights were so good that I mean, like, listen, I would be so excited. Like, I can't think of any rematch that I would be more excited about right now. Certainly not one where people have fought twice. Like, give me that fight. Fight was so good. I'm not being open-minded. I'm saying I haven't watched it yet. I don't have I have no opinion. I haven't watched it. I'm for a conspiracy theorist, I have very little evidence. I mean, or very little resources. I need you guys to send me the fucking video and I'll watch it. If you send me, like, no one's putting the link in here, dude. Just put the link in and I'll watch it today and I will go live tomorrow and I will tell you what I thought. I can't just do it on, blind speculation because, dude, Guru's got too many videos that could be it. I'm not going to watch all of these. One of them's 30 minutes. The other one's like 30, And even if I do, I won't even know if I'm watching the right. I won't even know if I'm watching the right one, dude. Because this one, bias exposed, but that one says Colby Covington's win exposed. You put the link in 4 times? Where? Wait, you know what, dude? I think StreamYard might be filtering okay. I was gonna say, because I haven't seen any of them. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with everybody? Why don't you just put it in there? So StreamYard is probably filtering things with links because people come in and like post a million links, so they're probably like filtering them out. All right, I gotta jump. I have to be at Jits by 5. Well, yeah, I have Jits in an hour. It was a month ago. All right, so that means it would be. Did Kamaru Usman illegally finish Colby? Oh, okay. Actually, I can show this. What am I doing? I forgot. I can show this. He's not.
Kamaru Usman is fighting tomorrow night, and it's an incredibly relevant video.
Is this one?
And 2, because I've seen so many people.
Is this it?
Mention some of the injustices that went down during Usman versus Covington 1 at UFC 245, but I've never seen anyone make a full video piecing them all together. So that's what I'm going to do today because this needs to be done. There was a lot of problems.
That's not it? Yeah, that one's on August 19th. Okay, cool.
That I had with.
All right. I'll watch it in the car. We can discuss tomorrow. Later, dudes.